Duggan's so fake. He's afraid of me. I called his press people. He's running for governor. They won't even put me on the press list.
Well, Charlie, they kicked us, both of us, off. They kicked me off of a list that we created when he took office in the mayor's office. His communications people wouldn't even keep us on the media list when we were writing for the paper, doing this and the whole. They're like, no, we don't want you to know.
What a brave mayor.
But that's unheard of.
What a toad. If you can't look me in the eye, how you going to look Trump in the eye?
But how are you going to withhold public?
How you gonna look Matt Hall in the eye? How you going to, try to get your way in the legislature if you can't even handle the media?
But the same way he got things, quote unquote, done here. Mike Duggan is a bully. He's a political bully.
Well,
he always
like
has
no
been.
Opposition in Detroit. He didn't have to deal with Republicans in Detroit. He never had to deal with Republicans in Detroit.
He is a Republican.
He is. He always has been. I don't know where you all get this stuff from him being a Democrat. He's been a Republican since he's been in Livonia. He's been a Republican.
He's really neither. He's an opportunist.
But he did a McNamara flip when McNamara wanted to run for county exec, and he emerged as an independent. So he's taken a page from his playbook.
His father was a federal judge, was appointed by Reagan. Am I correct?
I believe so.
Well, there you go. Okay. So I'm not invited because I know what I'm talking about. So
what did I do?
So I'm looking, like Duggan did 2 press conferences in December.
Guilt by
Here's the
association.
state of the city, and Mary, like a fucking circus seal, is clapping. I wouldn't have clapped because we got the video now. Duggan was saying, we got $100 million surplus. That's because we're so great. 2 things are going on. One, all that COVID money, the ARPA money, it has to be spent by the end of this year, by December 31st. It had to be pushed out at December 31st, 2024. Right. So last year. So what do? All you do is put the unspent money in the budgets. Mm-hmm. You say you're going to hire a bunch of people. You don't hire a bunch of people. And then you say, look, we got a surplus.
But see,
it's called washing.
But this is the other thing. And I really wish people, residents, and the media understood and shared that all budgets have to be balanced by law. So they're always balanced on paper. To be able to stand up and say, hey, we've got a balanced budget means absolutely nothing.
Point taken. Yep, point taken. But you can have unfunded shit like pensions, which is what got us. So here's the other part. This is the chief financial officer explaining, hey, you guys budgeted for a $60 million surplus. It's twice that. How did you do that? Well, listen.
What you're seeing is that there were expenses that departments had that were, we were able to reclass to our bond dollars. So some of that surplus is related to our ability to be able to reclass expenses that are eligible for bonds. So that's why originally we thought we were going to be closer to 60. But as we looked at our spending and we do a very, we drill down on every single expense. And there are expenses that can be eligible for bonds, and then we would move those there, which then drives up our general fund surplus. So that accounted for about 40 million of what you see here.
Okay, great, thank you. All foreign language to me, but I will figure it out when I listen back on the recording.
So this is relatively simple.
Here comes some mansplaining.
But wait a minute. So 2 things that I take away from that. Okay. That sounds like a struggling family that's working from check to check. Families that are criticized for doing the same thing that they're doing. I mean, that's what I take away from that.
Okay, so, right. To explain to the folks what you heard, it's like, think of Jerry Koff's contract restructuring. She just said, we bonded for expenses. What does that mean? Bond means I borrowed. Mm-hmm. That means I took my credit card, right? I needed cash. Mm-hmm. I went to the store, I bought a 6-pack, and I said, give me $100. You still owed $100. Now you got to pay 25% interest on it. You borrowed to cover your expenses, and you're calling that surplus. That's not surplus. Why did they do that? Because it's all got to go into this demolition money. And that's how they're going to pay for it.
And who's the media person not smart enough to say, I mean, why would you say
it all sounds like a foreign language to me.
Just like that. That's over my head.
Let me mansplain it. It's great.
It's simple.
Real simple. We just did a really good job. Don't ask questions.